Hello there, I'm Thomas, the pilot flying the Sukhoi 30 M2 in tonight's flight. Sukhoi 30 M2 in tonight's flight from Zurich to Amsterdam Airport. We're going to be overflying Switzerland and Germany and then coming back to Zurich Airport for landing. So I'm going to be showing you the systems of the Sukhoi M2 fighter jet aircraft, like the primary flight display, the navigation display, the multifunction displays, the autopilot display, the GPS display with the fire control system and selection system and some other functions like the radar for tracking other aircraft and ground targets, and also how to use the fire control panel to use to fire missiles in the air. So I'm also gonna show you the engine throttle, how to use the throttle levers to change the thrust produced by the engines. I'm gonna show you how to use the flight controls like the side stick, and we use it for controlling the ailerons, the flaperons, the rudder, using the rudder pedals, and the elevator pitching up and pitching down the aircraft. And we also have a flight control computers, 4 channels, and we use it for having a sort of fly-by-wire with automatic pitch stream. So right now I'm gonna show you how to use the Sukhoi 30 M2, and I'm gonna make an engine start demonstration. I'm gonna show you how to use the engine starters, how to use the batteries, the accumulators, battery primary and standby, and how to use the the generators. We have two, one for each engine. We have two engines left and right, and they produce hydraulic power. And also we have the APU, auxiliary power unit, for this aircraft, for this fighter jet. So we don't need external power for that, for energizing the system and starting the engine. So we also have alternate current IDG, the grid drive generators, and I'm gonna show you some other systems like the jammers, like for I'm gonna show you like electronic countermeasures for other enemy radar and missiles, like enemy aircraft, and how to use them, and also maybe some other systems like the cabin pressurization, the head-up display, and the indicators, the airspeed indicator, the altitude, barometric altitude indicator, the radio altitude indicator, the vertical speed indicator, and engine indicators that we have, and the horizontal situation indicator, and any other instrument that we have. So let me start right now. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Thomas, the pilot flying the Sukhoi 30 M2, as I said. So I'm gonna start right now showing you the cockpit basic and how to make an engine start, and how to use the flight control side sticks. So you can see here we have the cockpit of the Sukhoi M2 aircraft, as you can see. So you can see we have the side sticks here. The control stick, which is in the middle axle for this aircraft. You can see some buttons. We have the pitch trim up and down. We have some fire control button. We have some switches here we can use. So I'm gonna start maybe with this. We have the thrust levers over here. So you can see right now in the idle, we can advance them in the stop, or when we fly for like 50% or 70% thrust, or when we taxi, or for takeoff like 85% military maximum power thrust, or using afterburners some occasions to accelerate above the speed of sound, like 1,300 kilometers an hour and higher, maybe 2,400 kilometers an hour, approximately maximum. So about Mach 2.2. So I'm gonna show you most of the systems right now, and we have about an hour for this flight. So you can see some buttons here. We have the throttle button here it's a sort of manhole switch for flying and the auto throttle switch for engaging and disengaging the auto throttle. Here's the pit stream switch. We can use it to trim up and down the aircraft. You can see it rolling right now, rolling up and rolling down. So it's working. So here is the pit stream automatic or manual mode here, and this is the flight control channels we have for channels, and this is the pit stream indication. You can use it. This is for the flight control system. I will use it in the manual mode. We also have I think this must be for the speed brakes here. The small switch over here, you can see. We can move this actually, so we can extend and retract the speed brakes. Yeah, inside. This one is the fire extinguisher, the other is the fuel cutoff for the engines. So we also have some other switches. We have this, we can make an engine start in the air. We have a fuel cutoff for the afterburner, this one here, and this also fuel cutoff for the stopping the engines, I believe. So you can see how we can use the systems. Here is the autopilot panel. I will show in another episode. Here is the radar control panel. We have to turn on in the automatic, not in the manual that I have right now. Automatic like that. So everything is gonna be scan and search in automatic modes. We can turn this later in flight in manual. So this is the fire control panel. This switch is here, and this is the master arm. So if we turn off like that, we have no fire. Fire control is off for the missiles, and this is on. This is for the missiles and the rockets. So I believe we should be having one missile at a time. We can select that, and we can select having a simulator or active. I believe it should be like that here, this position. So you can see here we have the GPS display with the map. You can see like the mountains and the terrain around us, and also the airports and the navies and some other aircraft flying over. You can see the aircraft now and the distance from them. The navies we can select over here in the radar. You can see the other aircrafts, and we can use it. I have an arm already. This from the. So we have the missiles, 4 of them armed after takeoff. So you can see maybe here the other functional displays. I will leave it like that. So here is the airspeed indicator in kilometers an hour, knots an hour. It's like 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 knots, 700 knots. So this is the barometric altitude above sea levels in meters, and I believe in feet. The small display, the big needle is maybe it's in meters. So this one is the vertical speed indicator, 1000 feet per minute. So this also we have the horizontal situation indicator and the backup. So we'll show you here is for fuel dumping fuel in flight, and also the anti-ice system, the pitot static, not for the engines. So we'll guard close this for navigation. Some other switches these act like fuses and energize some avionics systems. Other maybe navigation, maybe communication. Here's communication panel with the transponder here. This is for jamming the enemy radar and aircraft radar and missiles. So this is the lighting system. Here is for controlling the engine, for starting the engine. Here you can see the voltage from the engine. This is for arming the eject canopy. We can eject the canopy here, arming this and pulling this after this handle. So this for eject canopy and then eject seat. So you can see an outside view maybe. Have maybe like 1 more hour for this flight, maybe less, not sure. I'm gonna try to make it. So we're having 1 more hour for this. So we're gonna try to be like a bit more swift like that. So here's the cabin pressurization switch. Here's the mask pressurization and oxygen, and also some other switches and functions. So this is the cabin temperature over there. So we can open up this for audio control panel, audio selector for the communication. So we can turn on this cabin here, the cockpit. Let's see how we use that. Open and close. So we close it now, open it again using this switch here. So you can see we have an open cockpit now. So you can see an outside view of the Sukhoi 30 M2 with open canopy and cockpit. So we can close this again. So this close cockpit and arm the cabin pressurization system. So I believe this is also gonna show you how to start the engines. Make an engine start. So this is the parking brake handle over here. You can release the parking brake like that. So this is the rudder pedals. You can steer the aircraft using the rudder pedals here. So we also have this panel that I show you. Maybe I'm gonna show you how to use the flight controls now. So I will show you now how to use the flight control side sticks. So this is the side stick I use for flying the aircraft, which is Logitech Extreme 3D. You can see pitch up and pitch down the aircraft, and also bang roll using the elevators and the flaperons and aileron. And also use it for yawing the aircraft using the rudder pedals and the rudder. We have double rudder, so you can see here, pitch up, pitch down, bang roll left and right. Which is quite good for the Sukhoi 30 M2. It's for the Boeing and the Airbus, and also for this aircraft. So you can see here the inputs that I do in the side stick. It's also proportional here in the stick of the aircraft. It's not like as big as or as much as this one. Maybe less. Because it has the fly-by-wire system, so it limits its size take input in terms of maybe engine thrust and airspeed. So now I'm gonna show you the outside view. You may see how to input the elevator here. And the rudder. So this is for controlling the aircraft in flight by changing the aerodynamic lift between the wings and their position on the wing, and the amount of the aerodynamic lift. So it makes the aircraft pitch up, down, or bank roll or yaw flight. So you can see that also here. So this is so much for the flight controls lesson. So I'm gonna show you now. You have the longitudinal, the lateral, and the vertical axis of flight, and we control using the flight control sides like that. So we go now inside for the rest of the flight. Maybe do an amazing start demonstration very quickly. So I'm gonna show you now. Maybe 50 more minutes for this video to end. So I'm gonna show you here. We have the controls of the engines. You can see here we have the batteries, the accumulators. We have the IDG from the engine for electrical power, grid drive generator. We have the generator, maybe the APU generator here, and the anode, I believe, left and right engines. So we also have fuel cutoff lever for the afterburner. We have engine at the ice system. We have automatic or manual for some other systems over here. So I believe we should have this for starting the engines in the middle. Otherwise we're gonna turn off the engines like that. So you can hear pressing this button stops this engine, the right wing engine. So we have no right wing engine now. We have only left wing engine. So you will see here, it will gonna stop in like 1 second. Yeah, stop. The other side still spinning. So we're gonna stop on the other side engine and show you how to start both of them later. So this button initiates the engine start, the other one, this one stops the engine, fuel cutoff for the engine. So you can see here the rotation per minute, the thrust is decreasing, and the outside view. Keep spinning for a while. So we have no thrust right now from the engine, so we need to start them quite fast. So you can see both engines are off. We have the covers now. So we go back in. Here we have also the batteries I explained to you. So if we turn off this, we turn off the electrical direct current and alternate current to the aircraft. So we need to reconnect this, have it back in line, the electrical power for the aircraft. So we have the fuel flow in automatic here, and we only need to make the engine starter here. The right wing engine first, and the left wing engine. So you're gonna see here. You can see the engine starter here, initiating pressurizing the right wing engine. So we're gonna have the engine start here. Here we go. You can see here the position of the needle, which is rising. So we're gonna start now the left wing engine. So we're gonna have the other wing engine now start. So you will see this needle now moving, which is at low, and then this one, the left wing engine temperature increasing. Now we have the pressure of the engine increasing. It will increase about very rapidly, as you can see. So here we have them both. Here we go. Have both engines on. So this is for the engine start. Quite simple and fast. So we can proceed now with the rest of the flight. We have the flight controls trim position manually now. So we're gonna make some maneuvers in flight. So we have to watch this position here, the trim for the aircraft. So we also need some flaps. Add some flaps. I believe we have this switch is armed here. The flight control is armed here. So we have also this view is very nice here. This view is very clear actually. Over here. Now on the map you can see also the coordinates where we are. So we have the radar here, I believe. It's on. Maybe it's to be said one more time. So here we are, quantity single. This one here single. Have the master arm here on, and so here we are again. We have some terrain maybe here, so it's better display with the map. Now we have also this the radar on, so we can use it. I was losing this display with this so I'm gonna leave this like that for the radar. So we can now just use some flaps maybe. As you can see, we're ready to take off. We're in a position for taxi now. We have maybe like 45 more minutes for this flight. We have the flaps down, as you can see. We have the flaps which increase the lift for takeoff and landing and for flying low speeds. So we're ready just to taxi now to the runway for takeoff. So we advance the thrust a little bit here using the thrust levers. So this is one small view from the cockpit again. You may see we have also the rear view. We have the same controls in the rear seat, but better, more panoramic view of the environment. So we go in the front view again. So we advance the throttle here and disarm the parking brakes and advance the throttle, so that's for taxiing. So here we are for the runway. We're about ready for taxiing for takeoff. So going inside the runway, just advance the thrust again. The thrust levers and using the rudder pedals for steering the aircraft. So we see we have no traffic here in the runway or the radar, and we go. So here we are, just align with the runway. I use the parking brakes again. Have a sweet view over here of the. We are ready for takeoff now. So this is also a sweet view of the airport here and the Switzerland. So we can go. We have one more hour maybe for flying. So advance all the thrusts forward and go. Maximum military takeoff power and disarm the parking brakes. So here we go. $140 and go. Retract the landing gear. We have positive rate here for takeoff. So now keep flying, increase the airspeed. We have like 40 more minutes for flying here. We need a little bit less thrust now. We can advance or decrease the thrust. You can see here we have the altitude. We're just 4,600 feet right now, and the airspeed about 500 knots right now. You can see also here 500 knots in the display. We keep climbing. The rate of climb here, we have positive climb. Some view outside. You can see also in these instruments we have the altitude here, 7,000, 9,000. It's a bit different. So we also have it in the head-up display over here. We have some aircraft. We can actually lock and shoot an aircraft now if you want. I don't want to shoot anyone, but have the display for there. Radar here. We have the CM. Maybe first to log. So we have the lake now. We overflying the lake. Very sweet view over here. Hope you like my aircraft, the Sukhoi 30. So we're gonna make maybe a steep turn now. Just for showing off around this model how good this aircraft is in turning. So we go with we have this in turn now. And we overflying the lake again. Oh, we have a lock here. We can actually shoot a missile now. If we come over here and look in the head-up display, we have the suit for the missile if we want, but no, we can actually maybe. We have the radar here. You can see some aircraft around us. Έλα. Καλά εσύ. Θα έρθω σε λίγο, περίμενα.
Αεροπλανικά κάνεις πάλι, τι κάνεις εκεί?
Ναι.
Το αεροπλάνο μέσα είναι αυτό το πιλωτήριο?
Ναι. Κλείς την πόρτα μόνο μας. Ναι, thanks. Αυτό. So maybe we need to climb higher for this display. So here we are flying over this altitude. As you can see, we have also some of the chemtrails and contrails I was telling you before. So we have nice views over here, just 31,000 feet above the ground level. So this is the lake again. Come over the lake here. So we come here again over the lake. You might gonna see here 36,000 feet. So maybe we're gonna make the Cobra maneuver in a while. We have like maybe 30 more minutes for this flight. $32,000 feet. We're using maximum takeoff class. So maybe I'm gonna show you how to use for doing the Cobra maneuver. So first we need to be level off here somewhere, and then slow down the aircraft thrust a bit. Applying maximum thrust again. So you can see how much more maneuverable this aircraft is from this altitude. 39,000 feet. Using full afterburner right now. Need to go back into the lake. Oh, here we have the missile launch. I was looking for it like a few minutes now. So here it goes with one more missile. This is fun how to use them. How to launch. So we have like we have more missiles here. So maybe launching one more missile. So this is our spacecraft tonight for this flight. Still have like 3 and 4 missiles left. I'm just blind shooting them right now. I'm not aiming at anything. Not sure what's best for you to see how to launch a missile. So here it goes. One more, we have 3 left. So maybe do the Cobra maneuver now. Going for a Cobra maneuver all the way up 21,000 feet right now. So let's see here in the radar also. We still have the radar lock. So here's the lock of the radar here for the targets. Well, we're gonna fly higher right now. Flying towards the lake again, maybe. So here we are in a good altitude for making a Cobra maneuver. So gonna show you need to stall first. So maybe pitching up abruptly. We have like maybe 25 more minutes for this flight. So after doing this maneuver, maybe we go to 33,000 feet. Keep climbing. So this is the spacecraft for tonight from the stratosphere. We have reached 40,000 feet, 12 kilometers. So how to make the Cobra maneuver now. So dump some fuel here and so we need to stall the aircraft like that. So this is the stall for the Cobra maneuver, kind of Cobra spin. You can also do this kind of roll as we going down, and maybe to turn off the engine. So this is it, the maneuver for the Sukhoi 30. So we reach the stratosphere, maybe doing some barrel rolls now, like that. Yeah, this is the barrel roll. So we need to turn off the fuel dump now. We have maximum thrust, we have less fuel actually now. Turn off the fuel dump. So maybe do it one more time, just for this plane. We are flying Zurich, maybe we're closer into the airport right now. Maybe going one more time in a higher altitude, I'm not sure. $35,000 feet, climb fast. We are flying out the airport right now. Oh, here goes one more missile launch. Maybe better display here. Still have like a couple, maybe more missiles. I'm not sure. So here we go with all the missiles, I believe, that we had. We are flying this region again, 30,000 feet. I believe we can start a Cobra maneuver one more time. So this is the spacecraft for tonight. The Sukhoi 32. You can see we have magnificent performance with this aircraft. If we want to do the Cobra maneuver, we can do the Cobra maneuver, for instance. And here we go. This is the Cobra, the Pukadzev Cobra for the Sukhoi 30. And here we go again. So maybe now we can go for landing. Maybe one more Cobra maneuver. That's for displaying from outside. The Pukadzev Cobra, as we said. So we turn off this we have beautiful views here. Going for one more maybe doing a barrel now after Samantha Cobra maneuver. Just still do it, maybe doing the spin. So one more time, doing a barrel now. So we go for one Cobra maneuver now. No, we go for a barrel actually. We're going to invert upside down with the circle. Like that. Different maneuver now. Just we're seeing we can do that. Nice. So here we go with the Sukhoi. I want to make a barrel, we need to go like that maybe. Maybe more speed. using full thrust here. I need to hold it up. Oh, here we are, the barrel. And the 8. Oh, I need to go all the way down again. And this was the barrel. So we go one more. Here we have one more aircraft in the log. So maybe now we need just to go for the landing. I'll show you now for today. We have like 10 more minutes for this flight. So we're going now for landing. So we have the lakes here, we have the airport somewhere here. We're very close on to the airport actually. So this is Zurich, so we need to come over here in this region for this airport. We have the navigate here. We are having an aircraft. This is our position here. So maybe we go a little bit more supersonic right now. Need to turn now. 90 degrees. I believe this is the airport. Here we are. We are in the other direction now. Have to fly over here. Come over the airport. Because we have a heading of almost 360 degrees, we're gonna be overflying this airport now on this side. This is Zurich airport. And we're going supersonic. You see the runways here, but we're gonna land from the other side. This runway 14. So we have this in the automatic range now. The flight controls. So here's the airport. You don't need to slow down a bit. Maybe use our speed brakes now. It's gonna slow us down in flight and some flaps maybe. Yeah, we have automatic flaps. Maybe some landing gear. Here we go for landing now. Just need to make a turn. See, so here we are. Need to slow down a little bit. So we're gonna watch out our rate of descent here. We have the runway inside. So this is where we are. That's a little bit of flat. Let's to align with the runway. So here we are. Just landed. Very nice, very professionally. Parking brakes set. and slow down the aircraft. This was a sweet landing here in the runway 14, Sukhoi 30 M2. We have a few more minutes for this flight actually, but you can see the aircraft is completely safe after this landing. There was no damage in anything like the nose wheel here. Let me see. Nose wheel here. We can see the nose wheel here and the tires. There's no damage. You can see the landing gear, the left and right, and the tires. There is no damage. There's nothing broken or popped out or like a flat tire from this landing. You can see also on this side all landing gear, and the aircraft is in good state. So have one more view here, one big view here. Zurich International Airport, runway 14. So increase the view here. So I believe you can see we have everything working here in the cockpit, everything functioning. So that was Thomas, the pilot, flying out the Sukhoi 30 M2 for this flight from Zurich International Airport back to Zurich International Airport. We overflew Zurich, Switzerland, Germany, and the Alps, the Swiss Alps and the Bavarian Alps. And we came back for landing the Zurich International Airport. We launched some missiles in the air for display, some air-to-air missiles, and we did like maneuvers like the Cobra maneuver and some barrel rolls and bang rolls. So thank you very much for joining me this flight with the Sukhoi 30 M2. It was Thomas the pilot flying. So I'm gonna see in another video maybe flying another fighter jet like the F-18 or the F-16, or maybe a civilian aircraft like the Airbus or the Boeing aircraft. So thank you very much for joining me one more time. I'll see you next flight. Bye bye. Bye.